Supplements, anybody? Huh? Maybe? Yeah? What is up, Igniters? I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Now today we are continuing this Building Muscle on a Vegan Diet series. This is part 3 of 4, and I want you guys to know, if you guys haven't seen the first video or the second video, please stop this video and go back to those videos. And without further ado, we're gonna start this video on building muscle on a plant-based diet. So I wanted to start part 3 about supplements, because I know a lot of people ask before they even go to the gym about what kind of supplements they should be taking. And my opinion about supplements is completely changed. Now, if you would have asked me this question like, 10 years ago, it would have been completely different. Because back then I was spending, no joke, like $250 a month. $250 a month on supplements alone, everywhere from, the vast majority of proteins, the wide variety of creatines, multivitamins, you name it. I was taking it then. Everything that was brand new on the shelf, I was like, ooh, what does that do? I'm gonna take that too. And I was just taking what I could, because at the time I could afford it, And then when I started going into the vegan diet, I obviously could not pay that much money a month on something that I felt like wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do, because when I was taking all those supplements, you feel like you could become heavily dependent on those supplements, right? Like if you're not taking it, you feel like garbage and you're just dragging through the gym, right? And some of them you got to cycle off, and I understand that, and I did do that, but you still never really felt the same, because you were always waiting for that explosive energy that would last for a little bit, and then you wouldn't get it, right? And then until you got the next dose of whatever it was, if you were taking creatine and you were trying to cycle off for a month, and you came back on in a month, and then you get that boost again. But it's like for that whole month you're trying to cycle off of it, like you feel like garbage to be honest. Where nowadays it doesn't feel like that, right? Like a good majority of all my energy and my strength just come out of what I eat, right? And I find this to be, it's the better way for your body, right? Because all that other stuff you're putting in your body is just, it's just like all purified stuff. So what good does it really do? And a lot of that stuff is like caffeinated, so it speeds up your heart's just fluxing all over the place, and your body is like a chemical imbalance because you're putting all this stuff in your body, right? It's nothing natural. And a lot of things that you find out, especially going like vegan, you find out that a lot of these different foods, they have specific other parts to it, right? Like if there's a protein, there's fibers that's included with it, so it helps, it counterbalances it, so it balances everything out in your body. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You're taking all this stuff, and yeah, you may feel great in the gym, but then it's like when you're not in the gym, you feel good afterwards till it wears off, and then you feel sluggish because you don't have that energy, and it finds like it just causes you to drag, And so that's like one of the biggest things I found out by taking supplements, and why I didn't want to get back into taking supplements when I started building muscle on a vegan diet. And it's been great, right? As long as my calories are where they should be, I feel like I have more energy than I did taking a lot of that garbage, right? So it saves me a lot of money from not having to take all that stuff. And I have tremendous amounts of energy, and I don't feel, some days I feel groggy, yes, but that's all because maybe I didn't eat enough the night before, or ate as much carbs as I should have ate, whatever it is. It's obviously a calorie issue, not because I took this product that boosted my energy levels for a couple hours, and then it just diminished, and then I was just garbage the rest of the day and the rest of tomorrow. And it's not like that anymore, right? Like I have the energy all the time. I don't need to rely on a supplement. I'm not dependent on a supplement. I am just dependent on what I eat, and I feel way better than I did on all those supplements I was taking. Now, did I get any bigger taking all those supplements? I don't know. I don't feel I have been. I've looked at my old pictures and compared them with my new pictures, and I've noticed that I am essentially the same, right? I mean, I've build muscle throughout the years, and I understand that, but I've gotten my way back up to where I was almost essentially, right? So really I can't understand like feeling like I'm being dragged through the mud and put myself through that again, and the price tag that's associated with all those different supplements is, I think, not needed. And it helps because I did a lot of research when I was going into the vegan diet, especially because I was like, well, I don't want to be nutrient deficient and all this stuff. And you know, as long as your diet includes a lot of different, you know, leafy greens and all that kind of stuff, you don't have to worry about that stuff. And the funny thing is when I was on a meat eating diet, like all I ate was like chicken and broccoli. Like it didn't really matter. I was taking all those supplements because that's what you're told to take, you know, because you don't know any better, right? So you're hardly eating any greens. You're eating broccoli, which is good, yes, but you know, you're eating the chicken, which has the cholesterol in it, and so it's bad for your heart. And then you're taking all these supplements on top of it that speed up your heart, and so it could just lead to a disaster. And it's a good reason why there's a lot of people out there who are on a, you know, a meat eating diet that, you know, are in great shape that just drop dead. And that's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying, oh man, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This is my experience, right? And this is the way I felt. I'm telling you how I've been feeling going through these supplements, right? Because a lot of the supplements, like I said, they don't do any good. And there's research out there that a lot of them don't do anything, right? Now, as far as today, I would say that the only thing that you really get a benefit out of is there is research to show that creatine does in fact actually help you. It can help you. It does improve, you know, your energy levels and stuff like that. So that would be the only one I would actually recommend. Now, as far as what I particularly take, now I do take a protein. I do take a plant-based protein. It's the Vivo Life plant-based protein, and that protein, well, is one of the best. It's actually the best protein I have ever taken, especially even, you know, spending that $250 a month. This protein just blows all the rest of those proteins out of the water. Like, and there's a big difference, right? Because it's plant-based. And I've noticed when I was taking all those, like I felt like my gut was always bloated. I felt like, you know, I was always having like stomach issues because of the milk that was inside those proteins. And then to go to a plant-based, like I don't have any of those issues, right? And it is also a big reason because I don't take a massive amount of protein. Now, do I need to take my protein? I don't need to take my protein at all. Like, I've also come to terms that I don't need, you know, 170 grams of protein to build muscle, right? I've also diminished the amount of protein I've actually been taking. So do I need to take a plant-based protein, a supplement? No, I don't need to take a supplement because I can get those from my vegetables, but I do take the supplement just for a variety of something else to have, right? It's not something I need. I can get it through my food, which I prefer to get most of my minerals from my food, and I only take my supplement once a day. And again, that's just, I throw that in my smoothie. It's just for extra flavor. It's nothing else. I don't even need it, but I do take it, right? And the only other supplement I take is a vitamin B, because that's just the vegan thing. You gotta take B because you don't get it all the time, but it is definitely not something I have to worry about, right? Like that's the only supplements I take. Everything else I get from food, and it's the way to go. I know that's not what a lot of people want to hear, because a lot of people want to hear about, oh, this supplement does this, and all I got to do is take a scoop, and then bam, I can just lift the gym. And no, no. Yes, creatine works, and I've thought about taking creatine again, but like I said, I don't like the way it affects your body, right? Like, one day you'll be really energized, and the rest of the time, if you're not taking that supplement, you are just feel like garbage, right? And I'm trying to avoid that, especially at a younger age. I don't want to be pumping stuff into my body that's gonna, you know, make my heart go nuts, and that's just nothing that goes against everything or why I went vegan. So I try to really avoid it and try to really just take everything through the foods that I eat. So for you guys out there who are trying to start and want to know about specific supplements, again, I only take a plant-based protein and a vitamin B just to make sure that my vitamin B levels are where they're supposed to be. And that is all I take Promise, promise, promise. That is all I take. Believe me, everything else I get through my food. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope part 3 was actually helpful for you guys, because I know this can save you a lot of money to realize you can get stuff through food. You don't need to be spending the hundreds of dollars on supplements. You can actually save that money, and for a fraction of what you would spend on that stuff, you can actually just invest it in the food that you're eating. Eat healthier, eat plant-based foods that will actually help build muscle. So if you guys do like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you know somebody who, talks about supplements all the time, share it with them. Or if somebody's just interested in supplements in general. So thanks again for you guys, and I will see you guys on part 4 of this series. Part 4 will be about my workout routine. So look forward to that and subscribe so you don't miss out on it, okay? So until next time, I will see you guys later.